Hi, my name is David, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing of the Giro Register MIPS XL cycling helmet. I chose this because I already have a Giro helmet, and I wanted a helmet that actually had a little plug-in for a light in the back of the helmet for better visibility. But I also read a lot of reviews online, and now I've got the helmet in front of me and I'm going to take a look at it. I chose the Giro Register XL because I have a big head and it's hard to find helmets to fit my head size. As you can see, I've got a big head. So let's go ahead, open up the package and see what the helmet looks like. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open the box here. Slide the helmet out. Side, and let's take a look at the helmet. Wrapped in plastic. Open up the plastic. Alright, got a little instruction manual thing. Set that aside. Alright, so looking at this particular helmet, I do see that it has the adjustable ring in the back. And it has straps, of course. Now this is an MIPS helmet for extra safety protection. This helmet is billed as a one size fits most or one size fits all. And I do see here that it is a little bit different than my current helmet. So I currently have a Giro Venti helmet, which is about 10 years old, and it was time to replace it. And I notice right here that on the straps for the helmet, the ear straps, there is just a sewn connection or sewn point there, which is a little bit different than what I have on my Venti. I will show you my Venti here, which they don't make anymore, unfortunately. But my Venti actually has the little clamps on it that you can undo in order to change the adjustment of. So that's a little bit different for me. I'm not really used to that. I'm used to more of the adjustable version than I am to this version here that's going to be sewn. So I'm going to make some adjustments here and see what it looks like putting it on. Taking a look at the inside of the helmet, it has a plastic support system inside, and then there's these fabric straps, which is a little bit better than my Venti had, but my Venti is 10 years old, so it makes sense. It says in here, a little sticker says that the weight is 314 grams, which is important for people who are concerned about that type of thing. I don't particularly care one way or the other. If you add the light, it's probably going to be a little bit more heavy on the back, but it's a safety issue as well. As you can see here, you can see what the straps do. There's just one strap that goes back and forth between both sides, and the idea as you adjust the helmet is you pull back and forth to make that adjustment here through as you adjust on the clamp underneath your chin. So that's the inside of the helmet. Looks pretty solid, and it feels pretty solid when it's on my head. Someone will probably be curious as to what the clasp is like and what the adjustment is like under the chin. On the Register here, it is a plastic clasp, as it is with most helmets. There's the clasp, and the strap can be adjusted as needed for tension under the chin. The free end of the strap is held in place by this small rubber slider clasp kind of thing that holds it in place. I'm not sure what they call it. It's not really a grommet, at least as I would define it. That's a little bit different styling to what I had before on my Venti. Previously on my Venti, it looked a little bit like this. This was my Venti, which had black straps, and had a very strong strap here for adjustment, and then there was this clasp with a small rubber grommet with a small rubber grommet to hold it in place. So a little bit different structure on the Register. I don't mind the gray straps. Obviously with my previous helmet it was all black on the inside, so this will be a little bit different. But overall, that's a small thing to be worried about. All right, I got the helmet. I'm going to unsnap the clasp at the bottom, so it's good the chin strap actually has a clasp on it. And go ahead and put this on. It's got to be adjusted, so I'm going to adjust the little wheel in the back so it fits snugly here. There we go. That fits pretty snugly. And obviously I have to take the tag off here at some point. But as I look at this and just adjust it, all right, I feel the strap sliding back and forth between the two ears. I can adjust that. And that's about the only adjustment we can do around the ears. So it can't come up snug to the ears again because this is sewn here. But let me go ahead and clasp it underneath. Well, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good. It feels like a nice solid helmet. Now again, I have a big head, so it's a big helmet, and so I do have this mushroom head kind of look, but I think this is going to work out really, really well. I'm going to go ahead and try out the little light on the back, see how that works. So let's take a look at that. Okay, one of the reasons I bought the helmet was because, number one, it's made by Giro, and I already had a Giro helmet, so I was familiar with the brand. And the second reason was I wanted to be able to put a light in the back of the helmet. And Giro made a light that goes in the back. This is the vent light that fits the Register helmet. So I'll go ahead and open that up. Take a look here. Alright, so there's the light. Just a tiny little light. I'm going to remove it before use, as it says here. There we go. To activate the light, it looks like I just pushed the little center thing. And there it's solid, obviously. It also flashes. And then it's off. So it has three positions: off, solid, and flashing. And what's really cool about this is that it fits right into this slot here in the back of the Register helmet. So I'm going to go ahead and push it in there. And it sits fairly snugly. So there we go. It looks pretty good. I know someone's going to ask, so I went ahead and looked, what kind of batteries does it take, or is it chargeable? It is not chargeable by USB. It does take batteries, and to put the batteries in, I'll need to pull the actual unit out. So this is the actual flasher unit itself. This is the rubber mount that goes in the helmet, and you have to do a little bit of a twist and turn here to pull the top off. So then that separates the red lens from the base part of the light. And then it looks like there's two batteries here, two CR2032 batteries, which are pretty standard for a lot of cycling things. And they just go in, two stacked on top of each other. So if you're going to purchase this light, make sure that you also have batteries for the light. Put it back together here. I'm not sure how long the batteries last, so I'll have to test that, obviously. But there is a stated value on the website for how long the batteries last. And it just seems to screw back together. There it goes. Okay. And double check that it still works. Okay, looks good. Turn it off. And then it just slides back into the rubber housing. It kind of snaps in there. All right. And then that can go right back in your helmet. You don't have to take the rubber housing out to take the light out. I just ended up doing that. And there we go. Back in place, ready to go. There's nothing on the inside to pull it through and keep it attached there, but it doesn't look like it would pop out. Riding will prove otherwise, I'm sure, but worth a shot down the road to see. All right, let me put it back on. Let's see what it looks like. All right, turn the flasher on. I'm going to make it flash. And go ahead and put it on. I'll probably have to adjust this chin strap a little bit, but otherwise it seems to fit pretty well. And then that's what it looks like with the flasher on the back as well. I'm also going to turn off the lights to see how it looks. So give me a second here. So I went ahead and turned off the lights, and you can see that's pretty good. For I'll go all the way to the back of the garage here so you can see. All right, looks good. Let me go ahead and turn the lights back on. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid helmet. It feels very solid on my head, much like the Venti did, which I really loved, but unfortunately I had an accident and felt like it was time to get a new one. I'll see how these straps feel after riding it for a while and riding with it for a while. But overall, it feels solid, and it gives me that opportunity to have a light on the back, which I'm really excited about as well. Hope you found this video useful. I purchased my Giro Register XL through Giro.com. You can obviously find it on Amazon and in other places, perhaps even in your local bike shop. My local bike shop didn't carry it, and I thought I'd give it a try sight unseen. I did read some reviews online, like Consumer Reports and a few others, and I feel like it's going to be a good helmet for me, personally. I hope you find it useful, and I hope you'll at least take a look at it, especially if you have a large head like I do. Thanks for watching. My name's David, and see you out on the road or on the trails.